Hello friends, welcome back. Here in this video, I am going to solve one question which is related to friction, and one thing is very important which I am going to told you that this type of question is very useful for 10th class, 11th class, 12th class students and who are pursuing with the diploma in mechanical engineering and BTech also in mechanical engineering or any other engineering branches where friction chapter is there. So this is very helpful. So I hope you guys very enjoy here in this video. So question is saying a wooden box require a horizontal effort. This is very important, which I am going to underline here. A horizontal force or effort of whose magnitude is given 200 Newton to just move the box on a concrete ramp. Okay, ramp means what? An inclined plane. Okay, having a slope is given 1:2. 1:2 slope is given. So if I am drawing the figure, then it looks like this. So this is what a horizontal surface where a ramp is here, incline is this theta, let us say theta is 1:2. It means what? At each and every 2 centimeter distance 1 meter is height. So can I say if this is 1 centimeter and this is 2 centimeter, 1:2, it means what? At each and every 2 centimeter 1 meter is height. So see, this is what? Theta. So can I say tan theta is nothing but 1/2. Therefore theta is equals to tan inverse 1/2. I think 26.56 degree. So tan inverse is nothing but 26.56 degree. 565 if I am taking up to 2 decimal places. So this is what? Angle. So angle is we have got. So a wooden box is kept here. Let us say wooden box. This is the wooden box kept over this. So horizontal effort is required. Horizontal means what? Along the horizontal surface. So now if I am saying this P amount which is equals to, or you can say 200 Newton. 200 Newton force is acting horizontally. If the force is acting horizontally, then this line of action of force and the surface which is horizontal is must be parallel to each other. Okay. So now what would be the value of weight of the body, weight of the block? Let us say W is nothing but the weight of box which I am going to evaluate. Okay, so now 200 Newton is acting horizontally. If W is the weight, then this weight will act in downward direction and it has 2 components. One is, suppose this is what? Inclined plane, and one inclined plane, due to this W, a normal force would act on the box perpendicular to it and normal to the plane, like this. So we can say normal reaction R. R is what? R is nothing but normal reaction. So this theta angle is also equals to this theta angle. So W amount is acting in downward direction. It has 2 components. One is along the direction, but opposite to the normal reaction, W cos theta, which I have already explained. And one component would be in this way, W sin theta. If you don't understand how it comes, then you please write in comment box so that I could explain in the next video, so that this would be very clear. Next, W cos theta and W sin theta, these two are the components of weight W which is acting in downward direction. So 200 Newton is acting, 200 is parallel, okay. Now 200 Newton is acting horizontally. So let us say this is what? Line of action. This force is required to just move. Move means what? Just move means limiting case. Limiting case. Okay. So now just move the box. So this external force is required to move where? Up in direction, obviously. So frictional force would act in downward direction, opposite to the direction of motion. So motion of this box would be in this direction, motion. So frictional force would act in opposite to the direction of motion, and this phenomena would occur on the inclined plane. So it must have two components. Let us say, see, I'm going to break it. So this angle is theta. See, my dear students, here this angle is theta. This angle must be equals to theta. See how? Okay. Now this angle is theta. So this would be, if I am taking as a free body diagram, this is what? Normal reaction. Here it is W, and this angle is theta, W cos theta. This is W sin theta. So this is what? 90 minus theta, because these two as a summation gives 90 degree. So this would also 90 degree. This would also be 90 degree. Okay. Now here it is theta. This angle is theta. Okay. So now let me draw very clear. This angle is theta. Here it is a horizontal surface. This angle is theta. This angle is theta. Inclined plane is making an angle of theta with the horizontal. So if you see, this line of action is having 200 Newton force is acting here along the direction. So this angle and this angle must be same. Why? Corresponding angle. This is parallel to this, है this is parallel to this. So if two parallel lines, let us say two parallel lines, and one transversal is there, this act as a transversal, inclined plane act as a transversal, then this angle theta, then this must be theta, isn't it? Okay, it is what? Corresponding angle pair. So now this angle would be equals to theta. So if this is equals to theta, then it's a 200 Newton. Its component along the direction of inclined plane is 200 cos theta, and opposite to the perpendicular to it along the direction, here it is in this direction 200 sin theta. Clear? Okay, I think it is very much clear. So we can say we have already taken two components of this 200 Newton. One is 200 cos theta along the direction of inclined plane, and one is 200 sin theta along the perpendicular to the inclined plane. And this W, which is acting in downward direction, making an angle of theta, so it has also two components. One is W cos theta along the direction opposite to the normal direction, and one is W sin theta, which is acting perpendicular to this W cos theta in W sin theta. Since the body is acting, body is just about to move in upward direction, hence the frictional force will act in downward direction, because frictional force will always act opposite to the direction of motion. And one thing, which is normal reaction always act perpendicular to it on the inclined plane and passing through its center of gravity, that is CG of this body. So everything is clear. So now, since the body is just moving, it means the body is in equilibrium condition and about to move, limiting case. Okay. So now, since body is in equilibrium, therefore summation of vertical forces must be equals to 0. So how many forces vertically acting? One is normal reaction R, another is W cos theta, another is 200 sin theta. No doubt theta we have evaluated by writing the equation. We will put the value of theta later on. Okay. So now one is acting, R is acting in upward direction. So if I am taking positive, then remaining all these two forces will act in acting in downward direction. So I must have to take it as a negative. So minus W cos theta minus 200 sin theta must be equals to 0. Okay, so now therefore we can say r is nothing but, if I am transposing these two, then we will get w cos theta plus 200 sin theta. Let us say it is equation 1. From here we have got the value of r. Now summation of horizontal forces is equals to 0. See, here there are three forces. One is 200 cos theta, another is w sin theta, another is f. So we can say 200 cos theta, if I am taking common positive, then these two would be negative. So 200 cos theta minus frictional force F minus W sin theta is equals to 0. Transposing these two, no, yes, so okay, we can say 200 cos theta is equals to F plus W sin theta. Now F is nothing but mu times normal reaction plus W sin theta is equals to 200 cos theta. Why I am taking F as equals to mu times R? Because it is the case of limiting friction. So we can say F, that is frictional force, is equals to mu times normal reaction. Okay, now I am putting the value of R from equation 1. We can say 200 cos theta, 200 cos theta equals to mu times R. In place of R we can say W cos theta plus 200 sin theta and overall plus W sin theta, plus W sin theta. Here we can say mu times W cos theta plus mu times 200 sin theta plus W sin theta. From these two I am taking W as common, then first mu cos theta would be left in first term, and here sin theta left out, plus mu times 200 sin theta. Transposing this term into left hand side, then it becomes 200 cos theta minus mu times 200 sin theta is nothing but W times mu cos theta plus sin theta. Now W times overall multiplied, if I am transposing, because we have to find the value of W. Here W is unknown, here W is unknown, which I have to find the value. So W times this whole term, this is multiplied. So if I am transposing this left hand side, then it would be divided, this would be divided. So W is equals to 200 cos theta minus mu into 200 sin, mu into 200 sin theta whole divided by, can I say, mu cos theta plus W plus sin theta. Now put the value of mu and theta. First of all I am taking 200 at common from these two numerator part. 200 times cos theta minus mu sin theta whole divided by mu cos theta plus sin theta. Now we have got the value of theta as 26.56 degree. So mu value 26.56 degree. Here also, sorry, mu no, theta, I am very sorry, theta is 26.56. Here it is also 26.56 degree, and here it is also 26.56 degree. And mu value is how much? Mu value is, I think, given. Mu value, where mu value is given? Mu, yes, it is given here 0.2. So mu value is how much? 0.2. Here also mu value is 0.2. So if I am calculating, then cos 26.56 minus 0.2 times sine of 6.56 multiplied by 200 divided by 0.2 cos 26.56 plus sine 257.186. This is what? W. So it has a unit of Newton. So this amount of W weight of the wooden box is this. I think if we can glance thoroughly, then each and everything is very clear, I hope. So can I raise it? Okay, for the next video. Okay. See this question. In this question, a block of weight W is being pulled up. It means what? There is a block of weight W. This figure is shown here. So here W is nothing but weight of block pulled up. The inclined plane of slope alpha. Alpha is nothing but slope or angle made by the inclined plane. Using a force P. P is applied force. Applied force. Body is being pulled up. It means tendency of the body is moving upward. So frictional force would come into the picture and it would act in downward direction. So let us say I am showing F is the frictional force. F is nothing but the force of friction or frictional force, whose value is nothing but mu times normal reaction, where R is the normal reaction. R normal reaction. Where it will act perpendicular to the plane. This is what? Inclined plane. This is what? Inclined plane. So W amount of weight is acting by this block. So W is acting downward direction. So normal reaction would act by the inclined plane on the body in this direction. Okay, in this direction, perpendicular to the inclined plane and in this direction. Suppose R. Here is the normal direction. R is acting. So this angle is alpha. So this angle must be equals to alpha. I have already explained. So this W is having two components. One is W cos alpha and another would be W sin alpha. In this direction, W sin alpha. Okay, now P amount of force at an angle of phi. Phi is the angle at which P is acting. So this P is also having two components. One is in this direction, P cos phi, and another would be in this direction. So P sin phi. Okay, now show that we have to prove or showing that for slipping to occur, it means what? This is the limiting case. Slipping to occur means about to slip. So about to slip means what? Force is acting in this direction but not slipping, actually about to slip while moving in this direction. So force of friction would act in downward direction along the inclined plane. We have to find the value of P in this way. Okay, where theta, one more thing, theta is involved here, which is nothing but the angle of friction, and theta is nothing but angle of friction whose value is tan inverse mu. It means what? The inclined plane is not frictionless, it is having a friction of coefficient mu. Coefficient of friction is mu. So I've already resolved the force P in two components, and W is also in two components. One force, frictional force is acting in this direction, normal direction is here. Alpha is the angle of inclination of the inclined plane, and phi is the angle at which P is acting. So it also have a two components. One term theta is involved here, which is nothing but the angle of friction, whose value is tan inverse mu. So we can say from here mu is equals to tan theta, or you can use tan theta is nothing but sin theta upon cos theta. Later on we will see how it is applied here in the evaluation. During the evaluation of this expression, P is equals to W times sine of alpha plus theta whole divided by cos of phi minus theta. So can I proceed? Okay. Since the body is about to move but not moving, about to move, but so this is what limiting case. We can say since body is in equilibrium, therefore summation of vertical forces is equals to 0. So how many forces vertically acting? One is R, another is P sin phi, another is W cos alpha. So if I am taking vertically upward as a positive, then vertically downward must be taken as negative. So R plus P sin phi is equals to, or minus W cos alpha equals to 0. So we can take R as W. If I am transposing these two terms at right hand side, then it becomes plus and this becomes minus. So W cos alpha minus P sin phi. Let us say P sin phi. Let us say it is equation 1. Now once again, summation of horizontal forces is equals to 0. See, along the direction of inclined plane, horizontally, one force P cos phi is acting, another force W sin phi, and F is acting in the direction opposite to the direction of P cos phi. Hence, if I am taking this as positive, then this would must be taken as negative. So we can say P cos phi minus W sin alpha minus F equals to 0. If I am transposing this and this, because we have to express P in terms of W something, so we can say P cos phi is equals to, these two terms must be positive while transposing in right hand side, so F plus W sin alpha, or P cos phi equals to F. F is nothing but mu times normal reaction. So mu times normal reaction plus W sin alpha, or we can put the value of R from equation 1. So W cos alpha minus P sin phi as R plus W sin alpha from 1. This expression I have taken from equation 1. On simplifying, W times mu into W into cos phi minus mu into P sin phi plus W sin alpha, or from first and third term W, if I am taking common, then mu. Okay, now first of all I am putting the value of mu. So mu value is nothing but tan theta, or we can say sin theta upon cos theta. So we can say sin theta upon cos theta as a mu. W cos alpha minus mu is nothing but sin theta upon cos theta into P into sin phi plus W sin alpha, isn't it? Okay, now here one term P is there, So if I'm transposing this, because P we have to separate it out, so we can say this is P cos phi or P cos phi. This term with negative transposing to left hand side, it becomes positive, plus P into sine upon cos, P sine theta upon cos theta times sine phi equals to, see, W, and here in third term W is there, so W times sine theta upon cos theta times cos alpha plus sine alpha. Everything is clear, I hope. So we can say P from both term common, cos phi plus sine theta upon cos theta into sine phi equals to W sine theta upon cos theta into cos alpha plus sine alpha. Okay, so P times, see, if I am taking cos theta as a LCM, then cos theta into cos phi, so we can say cos theta cos phi, so cos phi into cos theta plus sine phi into sine theta whole divided by cos theta is equals to W times, see, sine theta sine alpha cos alpha, okay, sine theta into cos alpha plus cos theta into, we can say, sine alpha whole divided by cos theta. It's a simple addition of fraction. So see, overall cos theta is divided, overall here is cos theta is divided. Can I cancel it? Okay, now you can see P times cos sine phi sine theta cos phi cos theta. We can say sine phi plus theta, isn't it? Sin A plus B formula is sin A into cos B plus cos A into, sorry, cos phi into cos theta plus sin phi into sin theta. It means what? Cos of phi minus theta. Okay, cos A minus B is nothing but cos A into cos B plus sin A into sin B, plus or minus. Here it is minus. Okay, now so equals to W times sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin A plus B means sin theta plus alpha. So if I am saying P equals to P, this term is multiplied. If I am transposing, then it will be divided. So W times sin theta plus alpha, or we can say alpha plus theta whole divided by cos of phi minus theta. Hence proved. This expression we have to evaluate it, and I have got it. So I think very much clear. At the end, if you find my video very helpful, you also like, comment, subscribe our channel, and share it among your family and friends. Thank you for watching my video.